Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Training Every Single Day. Now, have you ever gotten injured or know somebody who's gotten injured and it was doing something very basic or something so stupid? Like I was just walking down the street and then, I just pulled my back out, or I dropped some groceries and I went to pick it up and threw my back out. Those things really happen because the world that we've created for ourselves and the exercise environment and the physical culture around where we live is very safe. And a safe environment is a dangerous environment in a way because you never really get to challenge yourself. You never get exposed to chaos. And whenever that unexpected thing happens, whenever that chaotic moment arises, whenever you have to step on some muddy ground, drop something, have to pick up your child, whatever it may be, you're just not prepared for that because you're only used to using perfect form, which often doesn't exist because there's no perfect scenario. You're never going to need to train for optimal performance in some sort of structured lift, in some sort of structured exercise. It's always going to be unexpected, the thing that you never know that's going to happen that eventually does happen. And that's what you have to train for. You have to be resilient. You have to challenge your body safely. Obviously, you can hurt yourself by pushing it too hard and, pushing it beyond your limits. And your body does have limits. You need to understand that. But not challenging yourself enough is just as dangerous because you're opening yourself up to just being injured, being stiff, and losing the potential of what you could do. There are so many freedoms and opportunities to move throughout our day that we often don't take advantage of. And we don't fully utilize what could be in our bodies. We can't achieve all that we could achieve with our own physicality. Now try to, move more, move the spine. There's 33 vertebrae in the spine. You should look into doing a spinal wave. That's one of the more basic movements that are done all around. That's really been popularized by Ido Portal and his group with the movement culture. You move all 33 vertebrae of your spine. Any sort of spinal movement that keeps your spine from getting stiff, because if your spine is stiff, you're going to be old. You're going to age a lot more than you really should. So I spent a good amount of time today training these hand balancing, some mobility, and a little bit of jumping too. So get out there, move as much as you can, and try to spread the physical culture of movement. People don't move enough. You're amazing. You watch these videos, you exercise, you eat right, but you got to spread it out to the people who need it the most. So, hello everybody, welcome back. Training every single day. I've gotten a little bit of time to think about improving the walking technique. There is a lot of play that you can do with the way your feet strike the ground. So I've been spending a lot of time working on the heel to the toe. I land on my heel and pull back, push off my toe, work on that heel to toe walking. And that's how I plan on improving the walking technique so that, I can walk strong up until the day I die. So, see you in the next bit. I continue here working mobility in the shoulders. Now, the L-sit pull-up, I want to be able to do L-sit chin-ups with the mobility technique that I've talked about in the past. I'm getting a little bit closer. I was able to do the L-sit with the chin-ups, getting that extra deep stretch there. I was able to do it, but I wasn't able quite to do the pull-ups themselves. And I've been doing a lot of the pull-ups with like a half L-sit, just like a tucked L-sit in the chin-up position. And that gives me a really nice stretch in the spine and the upper back, the upper vertebrae, which are very nice. And when I do the L-sit pull-ups, the stretch isn't quite as intense, and I can really build some of the muscles in the lower back, in the shoulders, and that's really nice. I'm also probably going to be doing a lot more of this German hang. This is really good for complementary at working the mobility at my current level, doing the pull-ups here. This is a bit later in the day, and I'm working some jumping, trying to jump as high as I can and rebound as quickly as I can. This is good for developing the ankle stiffness, along with some jumping. And I think this is probably the most that I can handle right now. My knees are starting to feel it, so I'm going to probably take a little bit of a break the next couple days from the knees and maybe focus on some upper body strength, some technique. But I am going to probably need to rest my knees for a bit and work on some other movements. Now, I've been doing this is a similar recovery progress, or this similar recovery that I've been doing the past couple years, or if my knees feel like this, I'll give it a break. So I'm wondering, I think maybe my ability to recover, my work capacity and ability to recover in the joints has improved. So I might even be able to continue to train past this because of my joints have been stronger and the recovery in the joints is stronger. Here's an example of some spinal movement. Get the spine moving is very important. Get all 33 vertebrae moving individually. And then, articulate the rest of your joints. You got your elbows, your knees, your ankles, your wrist, and your feet and your hands. Get those all nice and stretched out. I've been having a lot of fun challenging the technique, the balance in the handstand. I've been doing a lot of work with that, and I'm making a good amount of progress, I feel like. I'm able to hit different postures with more control and more awareness, more consciously. I can kind of know whether I'm going to be doing an overbalance or get a straight line alignment. I'm getting a lot better at working these kinds of things. Now, when I did this specific handstands, I remember it because I checked it in the footage, but I thought that was straight alignment, but then I checked the handstand, and I was like, nope, that's not straight alignment. So I went back, and I did another one, and I did hit some straight alignment through the shoulders and the butt and the feet. Now, the alignment was good between the shoulders and the butt, but I want everything straight. So the feet, every joint stacked like this. Now, the problem is my butt kind of does hang over, and I kind of want to get it more forwards, but I'm making a lot of progress in getting a very straight-lined handstand. And I continue to do this until I get into the nighttime stretching, which is after this kind of pike handstand attempt. I warm up the legs here, stretching out the hips and the hamstrings with this movement here. This is kind of replacing the ATG split squat and splits in my practice. Because the bent knees, I worked them a lot with other kind of squat movements, and I think the standing single leg balance and technique is something that I want to improve a little bit more than the fully bent legs, at least when it comes to the stretching here. And that gave me a little bit of a warm-up to do the middle splits. And I'm able to get calves to the ground. It's improving. And I'm starting to work the muscles of the middle splits a lot more, and not in a flexibility way, but in a more of a control way. So that means that a lot of improvement will be happening very rapidly. So I've spent, a long time getting the middle splits worked up to this point. And now it's time to get some rapid improvement, so that's very exciting for me. The progress, in flexibility takes months to improve, but when it comes to muscular strength and control, mobility kind of things, that happens very quickly. In the days and the weeks, you get improvements. So I spent some time there, and I'm getting back into the bridge work. Do this kind of crab position, it just kind of felt right, so I did that. So don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And that's the best way to support the channel. It's free. And if you want to, leave a super like or book a coaching call, or you can call me with the Connect With Me number. All that's in the bio in the description. You can check that out. And follow my Instagram too. I'm trying to grow that. I'll be posting some of the best bits there and you might see some things earlier there than you would on YouTube. So thanks for watching. You can call me anytime with the Connect With Me number. And don't forget to spread your movement to the people around you who need it the most. So just try to get somebody to move a little bit and encourage them in any kind of movement that they do. Thanks for watching.